Hi everyone, I'm back again, and as you can see I've got a whole lot of canes sitting out in front of me. So I thought I would do a kaleidoscope, and you can't even see them all, they're all over the place. Well, you can kind of see the rows over here, but I also have another flower cane. See if I can squeeze it in there a little bit. I have some leaf canes, more leaf canes. Oh, I can't really see, it's kind of blurred. Some of the other canes that I've made earlier that I want to incorporate, the translucent ones. The Rosa Hearts. Anyway, there's a whole bunch here. So why don't we just get started and put these things together? Obviously, I'm not using all of them for, good reason, because there's way too many. All right, so excuse me, first we're going to need to build a triangle. And to do that, well, we just have to get going, don't we? Yep, that's what we're going to do. Sip of my nice hot tea. Let's just pick this baby up in the middle. Now, I want to keep the heart shape. So I'm thinking maybe if I could stick in this flower cane in here. So I guess we're going to go with this length. Flowers here, we'll just stretch out a little bit. Wasn't quite long enough to match the other one. So I'll just give it a pinch. Some of these are soft and ready to go. Others I'm going to have to condition a little bit, but that's all right. Anyway, so there's our first step. Oh yeah, you can't even see my black ones back here either. I have a bunch of black. You've seen the rose one. Anyway, those are going to be just mainly fillers because I don't want a lot of black in this. But we'll see what happens as we get going, because we need to. I gotta move some stuff out of my way. I don't have enough room. I have a translucent rose cane that I made some time ago. I thought I'd try and get that in there. And this one's obviously going to have to be reduced if I do use it, and I probably will. All right, so let's put something here on the side. What shall we put? I don't know, I still feel like I'm being invaded by canes. Such an invasion going on here. And I want to try and keep that triangle shape as we go along. So, do I want, no, I'm going to put, I think I should put a pink in there somewhere. Maybe this pink. I'm trying to look at all my canes and I can't, it's hard to focus. I want to reduce this one here a little bit and put this in there somewhere. We did this one on screen in a video. I did the red one off screen prior to. I don't need this one so big, so I'm just gonna play with it here a little bit, stretch it out. Probably should have already done that prior to turning on my camera, but I didn't, because I do stuff like that. Think I'm ready to go, and it's like, no, not really, Angie. You forgot to do some stuff, like reducing. I don't need it reduced a lot. And again, I have no room. I'll have to move those flowers. All right, so I can stick this on the side here. Yeah, that's good. I think I want to bring it down to where it turns, where it's sharp. V, triangle. I'll get the word out in a minute, Sometimes I'm a little slack on that too. It's because my brain's going all over the place. All right, let's move some of these. I just don't want to lose track of them either. But this was my plan when I was making some of these canes. I thought, well, I want to make one of these things. And it doesn't matter if they distort a little bit either when I reduce. It just doesn't matter. Nothing matters. It's clay. We're here to have fun, right? As you see, I'm just softening it. Well, it is quite soft. And stretching. And I'm going to roll a little bit. Obviously a little bit because I only have a little bit of room. But I thought now would be a good time to stick in something with a little bit of black in it. Break things up. Squishy, squishy. I don't know if many of you know, but I do live in Nova Scotia. Hope that's not a problem. No, I'm just bugging. Recently moved from, well, it would be in the Tuscan area, down towards Yarmouth, up here in the big city of Dartmouth. And yes, I'm loving it. Because now if I want clay, I can just go out and get it. Mind you, I have to go to Michael's to get it, and they don't always have a great selection, but at least it's there. And I can make do with what they have. Put the blade the right way, Ange. But yeah, and the crafts, and oh, it's just unbelievable up here. Unbelievable. I'm loving it. I'm going to stick a leaf in here because it has a pointy edge. Now, I have 3 different ones. Which one shall I pick? I'm going to go with this one. Sometimes I think I move my hands too much on here. Now, this is going to be a little bit of work because I can move this. Because, can I say it again? Because, no, seriously, it's an older cane. And I still have a lot of canes. And I thought, what better way to get rid of my canes than to make a kaleidoscope? I guess I'm going to be making a few kaleidoscopes. Now you have to, I'm losing my nails, you have to do this slow because as you can see, I already made a crack. So I got to do it even slower. And I just need it to get to this height, which is not quite there. And after I'm done with this kaleidoscope, I will be letting it rest. So I'll just do this part of the tutorial, making it, and reducing it a little bit. Because I don't want all this happening, because by the time we're done anyway, this is going to be all conditioned. And then I'll probably do a tutorial making something. If I can get this reduced. I know, why, oh, why did I not do this before? I should take my other hand and start softening up the other ones. Warming them up is what I mean. Might as well use the other hand to do that because I'm not using it a whole lot. Are we there yet? Almost. We're almost there. Almost there. I'm going to have to get something for my chest. Last thing I need is a chest infection. Yes, I do have some major health issues. Major. Did I say major? Yeah. Anyway, I'm still alive and that's all that matters. To live the best years of my life. There. Made it. Let's snip off these ends. I know you can't see me. I apologize. I'm out of room. Out of room, she says. She being me. All right. There. I'll stick that in there. And this part in here. Round it a little bit. Whoops. I want to make sure my spaces are filled. You can see that end is not the greatest, but that's all right. It will all look good in the end. So next I'm going to put, yeah, I lost my V, didn't I? Next I'm going to put, I will be incorporating this, and I'm going to be incorporating everything. I have my rose cane too, my red one. I want to put that in there, but I don't want to put it right next to another one. So I need to put something here. Well, actually, what I could do is squeeze this together and wrap that around it. So let's get doing that. And I don't know if you've watched many of my tutorials, but me doing this is opening up a whole new world for me, because this is not something I do. I usually stick to certain colors. I don't tend to mix them. Like, I think my last kaleidoscope was mainly done with turquoise colors, I think. I could be wrong, but then again, I don't know how many kaleidoscopes I've done on film, but I have made a few. And I'm not into all these different colors, and they are beautiful. It's not that I don't like them, just that's just the way I am. To each their own, right? Oh, should have softened these up a little bit. Cracked it again. This is what happens when you try to force it too quickly. It will crack. But if you take your time and do it right, it won't. Can you tell I'm impatient? I am an impatient woman. I think that's why I've got a big stock of UV resin. And I do. I ordered a great big jug of it. Oh, I was so excited. It's like, bring it on. So I got that stashed in a spot where it should be safe and good for a while. And I'll just keep filling up my small bottle. And I'll tell you save money when you buy in bulk. Because, you know, this crafting is not cheap. And I know you know, because if you're doing it, you know. Especially if you want the cool stuff. Not that you need all that cool stuff, but it's nice to have that cool stuff, I think. I'm going to keep that cracked piece together. It will eventually heal itself. Because you can't see it because I've got it pushed closely together. Now, do I have this big enough? I want to take it down maybe a little bit more. I think it should be safe to use my roller, but I'm going to have to get my smaller roller out because you know why. Running out of room. I think my cat thinks I'm crazy. Who are you talking to, Mom? I'm here, but you're over there. It's all right. I can say that because Mo talks to me all the time. Squish that back into its proper shape. So I got a little aggressive on that, didn't I? Anyway, I know I'm rambling, but nothing wrong with rambling, I guess. I'm sticking that in there. Trying to get it in there nice and snug so I don't have any gaps, as you can see. That's one thing about these, you don't want gaps. And then I'll trim off the excess. And I need to cough. Excuse me. Get rid of my little end pieces. So right now, this is what we have. Not bad. Oops. Put my rose here. Trim off the end. Okay, I'll stop saying that because you guys know I'm going to trim off the end. I'll keep this piece because, you know, it's kind of cute. Stick that there. Right there. Stick it. Come on. You got to line up. So you want this to be the same on this side. Just little details, but you know what? Those ones will matter in the end. Now what do we have? another spot to fill. What shall we use for that one? I don't know, but I think I'm going to put another leaf cane in there. We'll do the purple. This is another oldie but goodie. I'm going to have to make more leaf canes too, because I don't have a ton left. Of course, that's not the one I was holding in my hand either, was it? No, it wasn't. It was the other one. This one, maybe? What did I put it? Yeah, it would have been. So I'll stick that in here once it's reduced to size. You know what? I'm going to put you on hold while I... On hold. Like we're talking on the phone. While I reduce this, because I don't want to crack it. I'll be back in a sec. Whoops. Whoops. All right, I'll try not to be so shaky this time. Reduced. And sticking it right in there. I'm definitely going outside the box with how I do things. All right, let's see if I can get some little roundy things to go in here to, well, I'll V it, but I do have a black and white. So I'll reduce this. Let's see, I'm already starting to lose my, that's all right. It's going to happen anyway. It's almost impossible not to. Almost impossible. But I'm going to reduce this so I can fill in these little spots. Oh, dropped my finger in it. Not good. Doing some work outside here today. Hear a lot of construction and sawing and banging. There's a little mist on the lake. And traffic going by like crazy. That's the weather for today and everything else that's going on. Yeah, Ange reporting. Sorry, I'm in one of those moods. Kind of like last night when Honey got home from work. Yeah, he probably thought I was retarded. I guess we all have a little craziness in us. I know I do. Better to be happy in love than cry and be sad. I see a piece of fur in my clay. That looks like a Maggie fur, but who knows? She's an orange one, an orange Maine Coon, and Mo is a black and white Maine Coon. So I have a female and a male. I had to get Maggie fixed. I already had Mo done. But my veterinarian is in Yarmouth. Everything is. Everything. My doctor. I have a team of doctors up here in Halifax, so that's pretty cool. All right, let's continue. I will edit that out. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's go flying. Sorry you're shaking. Sorry. All right, let's roll this out. Angie's got to stop. Because I'm doing things now that I shouldn't be doing. Here we go. Let's roll this log out. And I got to cut a piece off. And then we're going to fill in them gaps. And I got to smarten up. Oh, yep, I do. Oh, I'm cracking. Cracking up is what I'm doing. Let's get that all in there. Just when you think. All right, we had some technical difficulties. And of course, I always put my camera the wrong way, so I get the wrong angle. Anyway, here we go. We're back on. Mind you, you wouldn't have noticed if I didn't say anything. But anyway, I'm just saying we're back on. Back on track. I should probably small enough. Let me get rid of this. And for there, I'm going to put this into kind of a V because I want it in here. Excuse me. So that's her teardrop, or whatever you want to call that shape. It's more like a teardrop. Teardrop. I'm going to stick that right in there. I'm going to try and stick that right in there. Properly, like that. I need something in here. I also saved some of my little pieces here like this from that flower cane I made from this. So let's reduce this one. Excuse me again. These are still quite soft, so it's not going to take much. Oh, I find this hard on my neck. Oh, that's why I was doing the weather report, because I had to put my head up. We have a jogger going by. Yeah, I'm glad somebody's got some energy. More than I have. Oh, and there goes a pigeon. Flying by, landing on a roof. Yeah. Yep. As long as he doesn't come here and poop all over our deck, I'm happy. I know, a little bit more information than you needed to know. I get it. I'm full of useless information, apparently. You know, anyway. Okay, let's chop that off. So we end up with, well, it's hard to see, isn't it? But there are some veins in there. I don't want to stick that. I'm going to put that right in here. Do-do-do-do. Down and down. I have something on here I meant to take off and I forgot. And snip the end off. I'm going to have a few scraps. I'll have to make something with those too. Or just turn it all into black clay. Well, I'm doing good for a rectangle. I'm thinking that might as well be my V. So let's build this out some. What don't I have in there? A lot, actually. There's a lot I don't have in there. Like, I don't have this. So I'll reduce this a little bit, and that shouldn't take long either. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Yeah, it's very soft. So what I'm dealing with is a lot of soft clay or not soft. It's one or the other. That was my own silliness for not doing it. Silly Willy. Kind of muffled that up, didn't I? Oh, I don't really want to put it next to that other one, so I'm going to put it here. That's a good spot for it. Any ideas of what I should make with this? I'd love to hear. Oh, I should put a pink in here. Maybe there. That'll work. This won't take long either because I was already reducing it prior to the video. Keep that a little pointy. Oh, sticks right to my table. What do you guys use for your table to work on, your top? My husband, well, he cut me out this glass because I didn't have anything. All my stuff is Still down in Rennerton. We're going down this weekend so I can get some more of my things, which is mainly crafts, obviously, right? Like, hello. Oh, there's a fat one. It's not really that bad, though. Anyway, so, yeah, I'll be picking up a few things. Oh, this one is so soft. It's probably going to be so distorted. So. Just have to live with it, won't we? That's the softest one out of all of them. Can't even adjust it. It's like, ugh. Oh well, there we go. How we doing? So we got to go this way and then straight across. I do have 2 leaves in there. It's probably enough. I do have the pink and the red. Oh, I know what I'm missing. I'm missing this one. And now I've got so much red there. I'm going to have to put it over here somewhere. Maybe right there, but I don't want it right in there. And I do have this. Maybe I'll reduce this here and stick that in there. I do want translucent in this. No doubts about that one. And then right now I think I only have 2. So yeah, I gotta reduce this one. Again, I'm gonna pause you while I do this because I don't know, it feels kind of tough, and you guys don't need to see me reduce stuff. I'm sure you've seen plenty. And I think this video is gonna be long enough without me adding to it. So hold on. All right, back. Yeah, this video's been kind of a nightmare to me. I've slung my phone. Well, let's start at the beginning. I had it on the wrong angle again. Please accept my apologies. Bad habit. Bad habit. Oh yeah, I'm just pinching this, sorry. Can't even stay in focus. I don't know where my brain is today. Oh, forgot something else out there's beeping. I gotta go get it. Just one of those days. I'm gonna have so many parts here that are gonna be, okay, let me see, this is okay. I had to get that one out a little bit, but this one here might be pointing a bit. I'm gonna have a messed up heart on this side. Yeah, it's just gonna be that way. That's all right. Maybe we'll just reshape it so it's going the other way. See? It's a little wonky, but it'll do. We're not that fussy, are we? Seems to me, oh, I do. I have another one. This is the hard one I did. I want to stick that in there. And I have a rose. I want that in there too. All right, I'm going to reduce this. Go stop the noise in the kitchen. I'll be back again. All right, back again. Getting close to the end of where I'm putting everything. Okay, let's stick this one in here. Let me get in focus here again. There. So all I gotta do now is just get everything to square off at the end. Did I use the right end? Yep, this is so soft, this clay. Soft, I tell you, soft. All right. Gotta move that out of my way. V, so I'm gonna put something in here and then something here. I suppose I could put another leaf there. And why I say leaf is because of the shape. It'll be a V and I can square it off. And if it gets a little wonky, it's okay, because you know what? In the real world, it's not perfect, right? There's leaves shaped all kinds of ways. All right, I got my 2 pink hearts. I have some translucent going on. What shall we put here then? I've got enough stuff here, so it shouldn't be a problem to figure it out. Let's see. I guess it's gonna have to be a leaf. Okay, I have this one. I've lost my other, oh, there it is, and I have this one. So I guess we're going to go with this one. Again, I have to put you on hold again to reduce this and soften it. Hate doing this, but that was my bad, not doing it in the beginning. I'll be back. All right. That should fit in there pretty good. It's going to. All right, I'm going to trim off the end. See how it looks. That should be good. Trying to look, I'm looking everywhere but where I should be to get this right. I tend to look through the screen. I can't really tell what I'm doing when I do that. Look at this heart already. Had a feeling that was going to happen. All right, so I do have, let me see. I was looking here. This side, it doesn't look bad. This side, I think it's because it's more rounded. I do have some more of this. I can roll that up and put that in there, my translucent log. So I'll roll that. Of course, I got green on my fingers. I never did use any of this. Not that I need to, because I don't. I just brought extra out. So I wasn't sure what I would need and what I wanted to put in. And you don't really know until you get going anyway. Once you get going, unless you have an exact plan. But is that fur? No. You never know around here. Okay, that can go in there. And move around any way it wishes. Excuse me. And I want something here. What do we think that's going to be? Well, I'm not sure. Oh, let's do a rose. I'm going to have to pack something in there with this rose, obviously. So I'm going to start thinking about that one. I don't know. I don't know. Any ideas? Do I have any of that flat black left? I could flatten that out. That's got, I think that has translucent in it. Can we see? Yeah, that's got translucent in it too. So maybe that's what I'll do. Fill it in with that, and then I'm going to start reducing it. Oh, I think I'm reducing this one a little too fast. It feels a little squishy. I forgot I even had this translucent rose cane. I'm trying to think if I even used it. I might have. A little bit here and there. I tend to make canes and then they just sit there and I've got all these canes and I'm like, what do you do with all these canes? And I have a lot more. A lot more. I was just trying to stick to what I wanted. I could pack it with some of this red too, that I used for my rose cane. I like saving those pieces. They come in handy. Never know when you're going to use them. Oh, it is a beautiful day here today. There's some clouds, but here I go with my weather report again. But it is gorgeous out. No wind, which is odd for Nova Scotia. Wind and fog. That's coming up too, the foggy season. Baby. That's when my hair goes really crazy. Crazy. So I'm going to put this here. So I'm going to put that. Let me see. Let me cut this off and see what I'm going to actually do. All right. Do I want the black or do I want to use this? I'm going to use this to fit that in there. So I've got something on it. I don't have to use that end. I'll take it off later. This is quite soft. How big? I gotta make it a little bit smaller because I want it to go in like this. And I might have to put something in here. There's no might. I'm gonna have to. And I'll probably just use what I've been using. Maybe. I'll put the black over there. I'm gonna put this in there. Flatten it out. Make it a little bit more thin. Chop the end off. I love the fact that I have no clay waste because of that blackout from Kato. Oh, it's the greatest thing ever. So I'm gonna have to V-corner this a little bit so it's gonna be a better edge here. Yeah, just like that. We're getting there, guys and gals. I should say gals. I don't know, I might have a guy on here too, but for the most part, it's gals. Oh yeah, I want to put something in there, and I thought I'd do this one. Just a little tiny piece. That's all I need. I wonder if I might need a little tiny piece here too. Here and here. That's what I'll do. Oh look, see, it's all crumbly. I'm getting too aggressive with it. Anyone else have this rotten cold, flu-y kind of thing that I had there a while back and stuck with a cough that you just can't seem to get rid of? Or is it just me? You know, I got so much of this black and white. I should do a black and white one. Kaleidoscope. I have lots of it. I could even do, well, I already have a black and white rose cane, but I could do a translucent one with black. And these are thoughts that are crossing my mind. I know you can't see. Neither can I half the time, and I have glasses. Though I do have an eye appointment coming up in Yarmouth. I gotta see if I can get an eye doctor up here. Instead of going all the way to Yarmouth for one day to get my eyes looked at. It's where I'm diabetic. I have to go once a year. It's one of my issues. Just one, not a many. Squish that in there. Squishy, squishy. Just trying to avoid some distortion. Oops. When you look at it this way, you know what I mean? Maybe I'll stick one right in there. That'll be it. I still have a rough sounding voice too from all of it. Not that it matters. I'm sure you can understand what I'm saying. And that can be flattened in there. And that's it, folks. That's all I'm doing. So what will be, will be. I'm going to try and V it this way. Yeah, you can forget about that even looking like a heart. It might stay a little bit, but it's not going to stay a whole lot. So I'm going to start reducing this. And I'm going to be pushing in the middle and pulling out. Turn, push in the middle, and pulling out. And again, this tutorial is going to be so long. I'm gonna move some of this clay because I don't need it anymore. So I'm gonna do this, clean up my mess, and then I'll come back and show you how distorted everything is. Alrighty, here we go. See if I can keep the phone on there without knocking it off. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I've reduced it. You can't see all of, oh, shaky. All of my measuring tape. Let me see if I can make a little bit more room here. Some stuff cleaned up, but not all of it. All right, there's my one. I'm gonna cut it into 4 sections, and there's an 8. Maybe I'll do it this way. So I'll cut that end off. So I'm gonna go every 2 inches. Here's what it looks like. Focus. Or don't. Anyway, there we go. Excuse me. I'm gonna try and cut this every 2 inches. I'm not really good at it. 2, 4, 6, and then 8. I'm gonna stick this together. Together again. Do. How are we gonna do it though? This way? Oops, this way? Probably not. This way? Maybe. Yeah. Or this way. Have 2 crushed flowers together. That pink would look kind of cool in the middle, wouldn't it? That heart is like totally out of shape. Let's see how this is gonna look. It's so sticky, I'm scared to do this for, you know, the sake that it may not come back apart again. So I just might be stuck with this regardless. Oh, doing it wrong. Doing it wrong. If it's gotta go that way. Here we go. I have to bend it towards me a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Maybe I should have, yeah, I wanted this a square. I think I'm gonna have to slimmy jim this a little bit. I have to reduce this, I guess. And I'll flatten this part and this and this, so it will come out as a square, like this. Oops, I do a little bit slower than that, Angela. See what I mean? There's no way I can get that apart again. Just, it's too soft, you know? I could cut this in half. And flip it over. I think that's what I'll do. Because it is so soft. If you can hear the bang, and that's what I was telling you earlier. But there's definitely construction going on here. Did I even get that close? I'll trim that off. Blade the right way. Not bad. All right, and I am going to square this up like I said, because that's what I want. I don't want this shape. So I'm going to reduce it again, starting in the middle. Trying to square it off. Actually, I don't need to square it off now that I'm thinking about what I'm doing. Yeah, no, I'll square it off. All right, I'm going to go do that. When I come back, I'll show you the results. See you in a sec. All right, back, and it's finished. Didn't come out too bad, I don't think. Focus, there we go, not too bad. Not too bad at all. You can see where I cut into it because it is still soft. I gotta let it rest. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and a like, and excuse me, share. It does help with the all right, I can't even talk now. I'm going to give that one up. Anyway, this side's better. The algorithm, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, so I'll see you in the next tutorial, and yeah, thanks for watching. Later.